na Jigibonta car park, Lumley Beach, na Freetown. We say boku government officials be gather for welcome them. We also see inside the pump price for fuel. Notice common we pull am from 28.5 leons to 32 leons due to the global fuel price increase. This don't cause a lot of things. And why make them say this increment happen? Now because the supply chain of fuel gets more scarce. Where we can talk on now this panel. I think this are the few news we'll get from now. We go to waiting happen now. Cabinet. The cabinet updates. We don't say anything with cabinet conclude, they agree for transparency sake. We will tell with people how it is. Not also have video when ministers and talk anything, they agree, we can't tell the people then. March 4, 2026. Waiting to be some of the cabinet conclusions. That is when ministers then can go before president and go submit proposals, cabinet papers, the one with the debates and agree. And are the conclusions. So okay, which you now all come with X, Y, Z. We don't agree, now we implement. So some of the things that whether we agree, especially on that cabinet, whether be all on the 4th March. One, now lithium mining agreement. Now Kalangba, where this will cause financial stability agreement with Leone Africa Metals for let it develop the Kalangba lithium deposit now Bombali district. Salon also for joint African Trade Investment Insurance Agency. We don't agree na cabinet. For let Salon be a member of this organization, we will bring a lot of development opportunity, investment opportunity. Strengthening the human rights commissions. The cabinet on the 4th of March now also repeal the 2004 Human Rights Commissions Act and don't draft a new Human Rights Commission bill for give more power to the commission. Settlement of outstanding international legal fees. The cabinet also agree for settle agreements with Jennifer and Block LLP for the payment of outstanding arbitration legal fees related to past litigations. 80 megawatt solar power project in Bubuna and Yibem. The parliament also agree for do an agreement for develop an 80 megawatt solar power plant with battery storage na Bumbuna and Yiben under the bill operate transfer model. We conquer 150 megawatts hydro power project. We cabinet don't recommend the 150 megawatts Bikongo hydropower project where go also where it come into being go boost electricity generation in the country. They also take a new feeder road policy and cabinet don't approve that one. The adoption of this new feeder road policy, they guide the feeder road development, rehabilitation, and maintenance across the country. So this, because somehow with a pattern, If you know able patter you, they patter you party. So that's what the thing don't happen. And when you look at that route, it's so pivotal to the supply chain, to the route where a lot of the ships they take for reach to the market, for take oil and gas from production to the final market. This it gets a lot of rippling effects on the global market. Everybody they feel the pinch. We set self with 1,000 miles away. We don't begin sense waiting they happen. So for talk on this, now make you see, we bring one, the chief economist from the Ministry of Finance. We bring the Minister of Trade because you're not going to talk about this thing then. The Minister of Trade, not in near you. As these things take effect, the first thing we will notice, Mr. Balua, straight off, he respond, whether willingly or unwillingly. Now, in first show, we say, hey, probably not begin come. Now, I make it there for explain. And for always balance this panel, both gender and get an independent voice. We also get Madam Kadia Tujalo for let we all partake, for let we all understand the context of this problem and how it affects the global economy. A case study of we use small economy, we not the Sierra economy. So for do justice, we they give 7 minutes to the Minister of Trade for let explain to we waiting to happen and waiting we they expect as a country. This is a global happening. The global economy is under threat. So as a minister charged with the responsibility of trade in our country, we get 7 minutes for lay out proper what is happening and what do we expect.
Thank you, Minister. Minister, colleagues at the high table, the fourth estate, where they are, all the one who they watch, the Fambu Saloon, Sierra Leoneans, I say good afternoon. I know answer. Good afternoon. Let's tell the Ministry of Information for organize this. Apart from the fact, say, then we get them press conference on a weekly basis for inform the country thing they happy. But also critical for things that happen at the world, how they affect we. Like this wire, we don't happen between America, Israel, and Iran. You know, first time, the world is so interconnected. This Alec cannot talk self if go na ufunde, all my go na info this now. You don't know all to they happen. The world we were interconnected today, a passage in the first time, from mobile phones to traveling. You get planes that now they move faster, you get better routes now, you get shortcuts now, all and they don't make the world interconnected. And want to make the world interconnected because the entire world, all man get different things when they produce. Things and do get now what other countries they not get. Things that other countries and get what we not get. So it means the thing that what you get, if fine for all and fine, you sell them, you bring the thing that you not get what you people and they use. So all and they don't make the world interconnected. So now make trade and investment a critical part of any government for running your economy and part of your foreign policy. So this what happen today now the Middle East, it affect we bad one. But as a government, we always don't create the environment for let trade, for let investment day. So with a fair way for cushion some of the effects here. Where the year begin around January, when small increase in the palm petrol self, we get small inflation at the country. Okay. But the price of fuel then now been the plat price now been 636.4. Then inside February where the threats then begin, it goes 686.53. Then inside March now, by the time March they begin now, this now March 2 self, it goes 775.83. Then at the plat price. If you look the global price if yesterday it go to 120 per barrel. Today it don't come down to 93. It not still reach outside been there before the war begin. And we all know with fuel products then, when fuel go up, it get to they call the multiplier effect or all thing. It affect all things. If you remember 2 or 3 years ago, a couple of years ago, the economy it be more we smaller. Thing be rough, exchange rate they go up, fuel loaded things then they short. Not to small fed to run fed. We're one of the most stable economies in today, not only in West Africa, but in Africa itself. We'll be don't stabilize, but now foreign exchange, they all the essential commodities that we want, then they, manufacturing, they go on, people and the work and all. So as this work it don't affect Bokutin. The other day, we see people and begin to line for fuel. And fuel, now the kind thing where we all recall, now any time fuel price go up, would they put up, but we can't down at the global market, would they put on down. Not to say not to government the money they cow. And then they say for fuel price go up. Government, it take the hit. Subsidize like tax though for collect, not collect them because we know say if you do it go make things bad, it go affect your economy, the economy go bad back. And you know wonder one day. So government can take the hit. So also there for petroleum product, now that happened to we, this thing don't begin go up even before the attack. The threats no more. Where America begin build up in the region, they build up in the region. Now so the price they go, now so the price they go. So by the time they attack, now the price go up. And but good thing don't happen. That region they account for 1/5 of the world oil and gas that they come out. And not just outside in the producer, but even in the transporter. You get critical areas in there when I did in the past. So if you see if you're able pass the no more, they come out, they reach. West Africa, would they try other countries like Nigeria, then they produce. The other countries and we also then serve the waiting self here. But we major importers though again at this country, we lead the importers there. The people who they supply there, now that part of the world and they get fuel. So automatically it affects you all. And because this thing happens, shortage loading at the whole world. For world economics, you talk about demand and supply. When you see the demand high, the shortage smaller more, it don't affect the price. All over the world now, fuel price. And we look like Bangladesh. Yesterday, they lock universities. Because students are not able to pay for go college, they don't lock university then force. And then they ration the fuel. If you not get nothing for do, no go. So as a government, what do? We had discussion at the highest level of government. From there, me, the team, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Finance, me on team, and we include the NPRA, we engage with the OMCs, the owner and the import petroleum products. We discuss, we go back and forth, to engage for almost 3 hours, and Adande will agree, say, this new price will come up because the average plat don't go up, we no go able. You understand? Because as a government, any time they do businesses and they do one, businessman they do one for make profit, but we not go make many abuse citizens there. The government, it got for collecting taxes. They will collect tax, now they pay salary, now they undertaking social programs there. Then the citizens, then forget waiting fear and what you do them. Let us can make over profit at the head. So we go back and forth. We not go able to sell the current price where the global markets don't go. If we do that, they go bad for we. So we say go up small. Because if we be sell the further than the price of petrol for go up, diesel for the sell and then 36 billion or so. We say no, we not they reach the 8. Long stagger and force with the monitor. So now they and because with the monitor, we see yesterday go to 120. Now so me at the cut top. But today, it don't go down to 93, but it's still not reach outside the pre-war levels and it. So we work closely with the OMCs them, my colleague Minister of Finance, when they say get their interest, because from all length here, we don't fight hard for stabilize the economy. So we get things there where we get for do. So what would they fight for first? Now for make sure say we get petroleum products. I can show you and say we get petroleum products. Last week, we've been calculate. Which we been get the petroleum products that we get last week, for last week for 42 days, but even with this year, they be, we get two MCs that don't bring fuel and petroleum product. Petrol will get now, it will serve it for 54 days. So 1 month plus. But we get for the money to add the price, they go up and down. For diesel, we go within the last week for 43 days. So all this now for say shortage no go there, but also get for negotiate to do AMCs there, how we go sell at the market, and for also make it affordable. And then are the two important ones they want go focus. But where would the top of fuel? This now one side. With the top of we products and back the import. Most of we import there. Now that part of the world and they come out. Most of we import there, if they talk about rest, then not to say that Iran then they come out to or Iraq, but because they felt the day, one, it don't make for bring things that very difficult. Two, the cost for shipping there now, it don't go up bad one. For air freight things there, all land then go up. So the thing that we would they import now, then self would they monitor the price for us. But what you can do as a government, anytime we get big holiday or get big activity, on a monthly basis, would they take stock of what's in the country. Prior to Ramadan, before Ramadan begin, the Ministry of Trade gave me to all the importers there and the big retailer there. Lord, make sure say Ramadan, rice, flour, sugar, they're all not shorting. And this year, Ramadan, it fall together with Lent. So in a period is so they try very hard for make sure say all things not shorting. So prior to that 10 day, for rice, we get stock we go last week up to 6 months based on that 10 days. So now I will say 5 months. And will they continue for watch the market prices there, and not only that, the prices of shipping and transportation, because all don't go up. Flour back, we get waiting. They take we have been 5 months now. Let's say 4 months because 1 month don't come up on top play. Will they continue for watch? For sugar, we get waiting. They take we up to 6 months. Will they continue for watch? And onions, yabas. Luckily for we get people who they import, Trump and importers and say, no, me, are they going to farming? So now we get locally about for they produce. So what then they happen? It energize we as a country, not country for provide the environment for manufacture. Because if you produce for country, the person not go bluff by you, it is reserved foreign exchange. It's easy for you to able to manage and control the price because they produce them locally. So yabas we go to the take for up to 3 months. Vegetable oil when I think the world they import today, we are net exporter, they sell to other country there. So the local production, they make sure say we get at the market first before we sell other side. So then we get. Then for them construction thing there, for iron rod, if I recall, President opened last year the first iron rod factory in this country, where in fact it don't drop the importation of iron rod by over 50%. So iron rod in this government not a place. So again, then get raw materials so then they use for produce the rod. We hope say all the one will go up yet before the war done. So we get for sale at the market. Cement, we get what thing take with us for the next 2 months. So generally for most of essential commodities, then but because their price they go up, even the thing that we get in stock, what they produce locally, because they transport them from here for go upline, then price then they go up. But this government, they focus seriously on manufacturing. Thing they know for able to produce. Once we produce there, it go better for we. We're not going to import about thing. If you remember last year, we hold the first manufacturers conference. And this year, we open more factory than at this country. So, Mr. Chair, again, this is not a summary of how this year will affect we. Because not to win no more, it affect Boku parts of the world there. But this is not a summary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Trade. Take away from waiting, we don't hear it from the minister is the side with this conflict today. Not necessarily that now would get with items, with goods and services, but a very strategic route where most of the ships are there they pass, now the routes, then they pass. Before even the war starts, just that uncertainty, you will do economics. When somebody thinks in the future this will happen, production they drop straight. So as production drop, you get excess demand over supply. That alone begin affect the price. Compared to the way the conflict itself starts. And this not just for salon economy, for saying that because we not be get preparedness, that make it affect we. No. Globally, it affect everybody. Because fuel price, you get a multiply effect. We all now witness from where this fuel price happen, even what you be send as transport. We send I say, well, this is how you do, you know, say fuel on there. So it affects very many things. But this government don't engage, it don't consult with the one that they bring all these products. The aim now for now look at what's available, how we will manage them. We are not part of like our minister say Bangladesh. They don't even begin. Skupikiri go class again because of fear. We know until we reach that level. That make we dey continue for monitor within the happen. The reality is government they take necessary actions. And it also wants citizens. Sometimes when government they say, let we go so feed salon. Not be help with Chade Yabas. Pass week with and now Yabas. We know they say all we able producer, but bulk of it na Chade oil pass a cam. Now na they come out, it go. Chade na this country. In December, they go say drinks don't done. But it we hear that word drinks not in the market. So this is planning. And we all for be involved. Iron rod, according to minister, with the producer now. This now war, not only they in control. Anything can happen. But the preparedness, the plans for day, and that is what the ministry and other ministries that don't sit together with the importers. For there, we not face that shock. We go scatter away. Now, from the economics point of view, we go on hear from Mr. Almami Bangura, one of the chief economists, how this thing gets potential for disturb the economy of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. So let I go back small, Usa we come out, so that any Usa we do now, and Usa we plan for go, and let we see how what's in don't happen so now, now the Middle East because of this U.S., Israel, and Iran war, and how that one they don't affect how the economy be there. We all go recall listeners and one of the front winners, so no see we been get some serious economic situation if we go back to 2002. I would say from COVID time, right? COVID came. Before COVID, we did do very well from 2018, 2019. 2020, COVID came. It destabilized we take some measures. Now we know we get a response program, what we call the quick action response program when we the QAP. The economy begin to make fine one. Take and but 2020 upwards now begin to say we currency when they depreciate bad one. The Leone, the value they fall and they fall and they fall. Till the value fall by over 70% by the time we get to 2023. Inflation, what we put economists and puts together and they say the price of goods and services. Inflation also when they go up, it reach almost 55% in October 2023. The government's own finances also been get some problem. It become very difficult revenue collection, but we get for spend high. So what we call the budget deficit, that the difference between government revenue and government expenditure, be also high if you take them from 2022. Because of that, government will also the borrow. I'm sure now don't hear in the news say government in debt very high, very high, very high. And because government may borrow so much, the rate at the interest at which government they borrow, because the borrow so much, be very high. They go to reach 41%. That means if your government trusts 100 million, they pay 40 million as interest. So you can imagine. Now, because of that, even private people and the businessman, the way they're going to bank for good trust money, the bank rates be also very high. They will charge a net 25%, 22%, 25%. And it's very difficult for them to make profits of 25%. We could cover that kind of interest. So we the economists say the economy be very unstable. So we sit down, we put together measures. We, Minister of Finance, the Bank of Sierra Leone, the Minister of Trade, and other related ministries, and put together some measures way for bringing the economy back to a stable level. And we succeed. We succeed. That exchange rate will be depreciate by mid 2023. It may not become very stable. Say now, what would it talk so? The exchange rate very stable. It's around 23 point something. Few times maybe we go 24 on the black market. But it largely they around and it's very difficult for see that period for a very long time. And during that period, note say we also we still get challenges that depend more on how to recollect, we get for good trust. And that trust is because a lot of other problems in the economy. But that gap there, we don't try for narrow. The revenue they improve small, and we want to talk in terms of how we can talk about English. We'll be near like a 7.2% of GDP around 2022. Today we talk about 10.8, and by this year, by 2025, by this year we look at 11.8. So just look how come up from 7.2 to 11.8. Expenditure in that we get for manage very carefully because you don't want to let that gap between the revenue and expenditure too wide. That one itself we don't try for narrow. Now be around 6% of GDP around 2022. Today we'll talk about 4.4% of GDP in 2025. In 2026, we are able to say it will go below 3% of GDP. Now, once you're able to control those variables, then the economy don't move in the right direction. Even in terms of trade, the Minister of Trade there, so what do we call the trade balance? Salome get a huge deficit to mean they import more than what we export. But you don't listen to the Minister of Trade, but putting any woman the imports now they produce in her. We know they only produce in her, but we serve the export now. So we exports they don't grow. Despite the fact that we even get problems, some problem at the mining sector. So now with the gap between the export and import also don't improve drastically. So what we call the trade deficit also not narrow down. Now, when you get these fundamentals, they move in this direction. Now, in which mind the economics and culture, the economy is stable. So don't reach like when the plane they shake, where they travel, they will reach a point where in the shake. Now that side way the plane they shake, now they will be don't reach. And we know they work hard for maintaining them doing that way. But what should happen? The global economy very uncertain which they happen. We know they in charge, know they in control. And one aspect and the way we know they in control of. But most of the other variables in the economy, we in control of them, and we try very hard for keep them steady. So when this war for all, already we get tensions na the global economy, where uncertainty in the global economy, we'll be able to manage. When this war for them, in few days' time, the price of oil go up. And one of the things that really determine the pump price, where government don't get control of, actually, this thing we call the price of oil, or either the crude oil or the refined oil. Minister don't talk how the price of crude oil move than a per barrel. The price of refined oil, the way we the imports, they don't make and don't now fine one will not get refinery now. Itself in price go up. Naturally, we know how important fuel is, but almost everything what they do. And the reason why it go up, the deputy minister also try for explain and the source, the side where side the fuel they come and they effectively. And that road day, now the most of the ships in the past, over 100 ships where they pass here. As to the talk, the ship that where they pass it, they not reach 20. So two things they happen. Whether they get problem. Either the ships try for use different routes, very long one, and therefore the shipping costs go up. If you say that they pass, every ship where they pass here, they get for pay insurance. The one the way they cover the way they give the insurance to the ship, don't increase their price. So as that price they don't increase, so waiting the ship they carry, now part of the cost, what you call cost, freight, and insurance. That one they don't go up. Well, that one they don't go up to win the price of refined oil. And when they don't go up, they get boku away they destabilize. We all know you don't need to be an economist for no say we feel the price go up. Everything else they go up. Transportation costs they go up. The one where they manufacture, where they produce something, they go up. Even the farmer, nowadays the farmer they use machines, and the Zell logo inside the machines. So every activity in the economy in cost, they go up. Cost of production, they go up. consumers dey buy things expensive. So that inflation no be don stabilize around 4.4%. As the thing start around January sef, wey the oil price go up no more, inflation go back to 6.4% from 4.4. We very much worried because one of the things that we now want happen in economy na inflation. Because inflation get boku wey dey affect people. I'm sure when the exchange rate be stable and when the inflation be dey down, people like you say, well, how the ordinary man dey benefit? Well, the ordinary man dey benefit because you transport your way in the paper, keke, okada, na be the same throughout that period. It not go up. So in one way or that, you benefit from that. If you buy something, let's say you earn 1,000 Leone, you may buy something 500. If the price go up, you're not able to buy that thing again. If you buy one bag of rice, you may buy 500. You'll be able to buy two. Now, if the bag of rice go up, you're not going to buy two bags again. So now make always one for keep inflation very, very, very low. One for make sure say the exchange rate very stable. No, for no reason else, but now for the ordinary man and the woman and the business people. So then we're able to plan, then we're able to do things for the welfare, for themselves and their families. Them. So what you don't happen so now, they don't threaten the achievements they will be don't make. They don't threaten inflation. If you continue, I hope and pray not continue because some of you go get sleepless nights. They go threaten the exchange rate. That exchange rate is stable. So if this situation continue, it go give way. And with the hope and pray, it will also affect government revenue. Right? And if affect government revenue, we have to go trust back, we get beaucoup debts, and we get for pay what we call debt service. So no one anything that happen. And already this trade deficit was said don't reduce. The two biggest items now we import now food and fuel. Now, if the price of fuel go up, already the cost of imports, your import bill don't go up. So that trade deficit I said only small, only go small, it will begin widening back. And when you widen, it also threaten the exchange rate because now you will spend more money for import things than for Canada country. Yeah, so these are some of the immediate things that this problem really pose for we. But we as economists who self let the sleep with the sit down, even though it's very important for notes that say among the factors that will determine the price of fuel, now the pump, now this international price of fuel. We nobody not get control over that. Because when they produce fuel and who say they come out, we not get nothing for do with what they go on there. That's we pray no more and hope say this conflict come to an end. But it don't really pose serious risk them to the achievements we don't make. In the long run, we hope it not be long. Because when we economists assess what we call shocks, this is an unexpected event that we call shocks. Okay, what they call transitory. It's just a coming pass, like a breeze, like a storm. It can be very heavy, but it go pass. Okay, what we call permanent. They steady, it did for long. Would they pray let it not be a permanent shock? Because then they will get your response mechanism. And so they talk, we try for now design a response program to this particular crisis so that it not go affect the people very much. Mr. Minister, let's stop here.
Thank you very much. I think the chief economist make we all understand the situation. People can present this quick thing will not happen as though government not be done to do anything. There are a lot of shocks we don't overcome, say we can't reach here. This will not happen. Like when the chief economist say, we not get control over it. It just affect we because not the way they produce them and the one the way they bring and come. They either take long routes we go delay supply or take that risk for pass middle they bomb them and come. And the one the way they insure they ship them. They put the price up. If you say that it's already past the insurance a high. And if somebody pay high insurance, the product in price they go up. When we get the opportunity for look at rice price, we say the alternative. Now we cut down on the importation of rice. Now we grow we own. Yabas we do the same. Vegetable oil we do the same. So the only alternative if we begin drill oil, today crude oil, we begin produce we own gas, or else we did really say this crisis it not be a permanent one. If it be a permanent one, government will be pushed. Some man they say, why government not they subsidize? People quick for say every expenditure, If government continue for spend and not get any source for get revenue, in fact, the situation is worse. Anytime government subsidize fuel, not to just for the ordinary citizen, it is subsidized. The Okada riders already in this country is around 2 million. Let us say now 5 liters per Okada. Multiply that by 5, by 2 million. If government subsidize, then they pay. Think about the one where they can't take the mineral and Sierra Leone for car and go. The amount of fuel where they use, where government is subsidized, they want all the better. So government go to pay for them. They take with minerals and car and go, they make profits. So sometimes not to all the time government no one subsidize. But the real effect of we always use fuel, where government is subsidized, you need to compare to them big industries where they consume that volume. What's the kind of fuel station? I say, no, this now Okada, government they pay. This no, na mining company, government no they pay. As long as you go to the pump, the same pump price. So not to every time government will increase in expenditure as against the income, the revenue for trade balance. So these are some of the things the economists we have been doing very well. Exchange rates, we all see. Before that, this time, or something to be there, when somebody can sell, and not even know how much it will make the price of that commodity again. So then it will be the cost problem. But time can say this $100 at the prices. If I go sell the $100, about 10 I add the meter. That certainty, that predictability within a market, it help the market. And we don't maintain that need. But this one will happen so. We pray not permanent. It is not because the government not responsible. It is not because government don't want to do anything. It is just a rippling effect of a big thing happening thousands of miles away.
Thank you, Honorable Ministers. My family, good afternoon. This is all the fast, It's very difficult for pass that kind of message there. Most of the things that happen in the world would they feel directly from the pump. Directly, and no government will hide from that. And I want to take this opportunity for make some clarification today. One, most of we want the top of fair price, we say crude oil barrel. Barrel don't go down by $10, or barrel don't increase by this amount. For we Sierra Leone, we're not able to get a refined rate, and we never get to crude oil, they import everything. Even the crude oil, the cost of the refined product, 55% are crude oil. So if the opposite happen, the crude oil decrease, say 10%, or it don't increase by 10%, you don't go get a proportionate calculation for get the pump price, because other elements then. It talk about the freight, we talk about commercial levies, up to the port of Sierra Leone. When then goods they come from Geneva, from Kuwait, from Saudi Arabia, from the Gulf region, until Canada, the port of Sierra Leone, they will determine the landed cost of that product. And that product, the pump price at the owner, the good owner buys for every day, 50% or more than 60%. Now the cost of the refined product. Before we can get all the OMC there, how much they pay for pay the transporters, how much they pay the dealers there, how much they pay for operations. We call them full pass through. Government for compensate them. And what did happen just now? Ministers they compare the period of COVID and this period. This sector na sector we get long history for adaptability. We adapt. But COVID period, the difference is at that time the entire global economy was shut down, no movement, and the trade activities were also shrink. We don't get activities then. So price, the demand and supply for shrink also. The effect of that now in 2021, 2022, when the world economy began to open, the prices they begin to shoot up. This one, it was immediately, it was instant. As a hit, it affect the entire world. As a ministry, the trade and industry and the authority, they go finally will now see no what we don't do so far in this sector. So let these few days not can disrupt the entire achievement. Akisiona host, my boss called me, Balwa, there is one fair na Cambia, Karago na Guinea, Karago na Mali. So Akita says, Minister, as you have done a good job, if there's more fair, many we are having lowest fair price in the country. And for the fact that it is coming from the terminal, I think they don't pay government taxes. So for the past 2-3 years, we will get the lowest fair price within the region. That is very important. Before this time also, we will get challenge for product availability. The highest time we get product in this country now between 7 and 10 days. When I read today a talk about product sufficiency in excess of 50 days, I think a big achievement for both the ministry and the authority. We will clap for people here. So if we don't confront ourselves today with this kind of uncertainty and instability, a threat to the sector, the first thing is, the two ministries, the Minister of Trade and the Minister of Finance, Namina the spawn are between them. This person want to protect in revenue, this person want to protect in industry, in sector, in consumers. So it's not easy between between them. So both of them are working in the interest of Sierra Leone. We dey consume 1.5 million liters per day. A country only produce fuel. It will be 1.1, we don't graduate to 1.3, now 1.5 per month. What they do in excess of 40,000 metric tons monthly between petrol and diesel. So that means the impact of international crisis, not only federal, but the import effect. Any time we add price, now import to the importer crisis from the Middle East. So that's the challenge. So what we will do as a government, we will make sure say what we control. We get things that are exogenous factors, what they outside control. Storage. The ministry and the authority will expand storage. Now we begin 126,000 metric tons. They don't go to 285,000 metric tons capacity. And as I'm talking to you, we get application at the table to the minister and myself. We OMC want to for export to Guinea, to Mali. That they show the sign of economic expansion before this thing can happen to you. And they will tell and say before you do that export, make sure say Sierra Leone get enough petroleum product. And I also want for assure them with pricing formula in their website. Now, one of the most transparent pricing formula we can to me the whole world. World Bank be do 111 countries when they compare with Sierra Leone. People they go talk this, they go talk that. Our pricing formula, when they hide them, is very transparent. Most of the things they say that are recovery, for protect the young industry who will get. And as it is now, the oil market come look at the working capital, what they get. The amount 2 weeks ago, they buy 10,000 metric tons. Today, if we sell, if we not move, if we left at 28.5, we sell and do, they go only buy 6,000 metric tons. We can't sell, go buy 4,000. So by the time we stay into 8 weeks, nobody don't go replenish the product. Then what we don't do back, because we get frequent replenishment, and the Minister of Information about market speculation. If the first they're going to tell me now, first one buy 10,000 metric ton for 10,000 liters for carrying or for Poloco. They say no, they give 5,000 because the man will say they draw down considerably. But now they all know say they get large parcel, they get large quantity. So nobody do ration. You go for 10,000 liters, then they say you. So this sector we don't do very well. This shock, our appeal is let's work together and listen to the authorities. Go to the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Information, or NPRA for the correct information. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let us say, can we let it talk about the Oman. Because like we Director General dey talk, it's very difficult for rule these days of the new media. Wetin Pakabade no see. Because first thing, Joseph Momo then type, where you dey Kenima, you want make phone call na free time dey car. When I go to like no secret. You talk about yourself. But nowadays, once I dey go up like I meet somebody to my affairs station, almost gather people that they just talk, look the barrel price don't go down. But this government not responsible. If I not be my old man, I just put close after time. Because we are so illiterate in this thing way they do. It is not just about barrel price. You dey just compare pump price as against barrel price. Very many other factors responsible. But you think you're a champion because you hold small mic, people that they bear you. Salon, I can't wait people that clap for even if man. So even when you dey lie, people they admire you, they bear you. Because we don't make ourselves vulnerable. And that is why the president very deliberate with human capital development. Time they can, no house no go there. We know we get a graduate. So I didn't achieve on graduate today. One who achieved on certain, one great person go school. Now you know they happen. Because then thing and how they try. Thank you very much, Director General. Government preparedness don't dey. Shortage no dey. Market speculation very positive. So when they say what I go say something, what I can name it. The story they don't expand now. But what did they happen now? They take we on years. Now war, nobody no plan for it. Even America and your economy itself is being disturbed. This year they may be. All man is suffer right now. And nobody no one let this thing prolong. But let us listen to the government. This is not government where they engage. This is not government where prioritize the citizens' welfare. But when someone not get nothing I hate, when picking papa they work go na tom. They say, Papa, send for me helicopter. Man they can do. At this point, we want to bring a social analyst, a journalist, for them just get a bite before we turn the mic to on.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. So for starts, I want to commend the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for get a media person at the panel. I think that's a step forward, having a media perspective on national issue. That's one step forward in the right direction. Especially me being a woman, even though March na month for woman, but I know I'm here as a media person. So for me, it's no secret on how the increase in pump price they affect the common man at our marketplaces. Like how the Minister of Trade they say we have our own goods what we manufacture in the country, like we have onion and all of that. And that gets me to the point as to what are we doing about pricing regulation? Maybe that is the problem because sometimes you say we'll have these things, but when you go down to the market, they see the impact to waiting on the say to waiting they happen are two different things. Whether people are taking advantage of the situation that waiting go up, we self can just skyrocket, the prices. That is up to the ministry again for work on that one day. And another thing again, what I want for draw we all attention to that the issue of shock is not something new. And this is not something that we should not be expecting because it has been happening frequently. We don't get the COVID-19, we don't get the Ebola, we don't get the Russia and Ukraine threats. So I think government should be preparing, to be proactive instead of being reactive. Let us look for solution. Let we look, for instance, if we are producing onion, why can't we have onion for like 6 months? Where go deal with we before something like this? I mean, temporarily, we know so get for import, but we can have goods that can take us to 6 months and make sure say people where they sell in the market, not skyrocket the price, where the layman. Sometimes I can tell people say where fuel go up, but it might not a problem. In for increase price no more. Not to say go for affect in anyway. So what do we do about that? What do we do in putting things in place for make sure say, okay, this is what is happening and it's very frequent. So let we put this and this in place so that if even this happen in that 1 or 3 or 4 months, we can able for stabilize prices. And then before the layman go understand. And minister also mentioned say they don't they stabilize this even though before even the war starts or before waiting the happen so start. But how can I understand if you don't educate me? So all wetin people know is that how can the increase on fuel be just like that immediately, just when we get 2 to 3 days when this war starts? So those are some of the concerns for we dey go na communities, and as a media person, these are the questions people they ask. Why can't we have something in place that the Ministry of Finance can put in place? Now the senior economists, they say they are doing something about it now. So why didn't you do something about it before? Because these are not new happenings, and we'll continue to see this. It's not again in our control. But however, what is then now we control as a country, now how we dey prepare ahead. That is in our own control. We not go say we dey continue for control like how things dey go, and we just dey pray to God say this go end. But that immediate temporal step what we dey take for at least where we go prepare the common man in mind say this is what is happening and this might happen. I think we forget that window so that people can prepare and say, okay, maybe because of what they happen, still not go up it, but maybe after 1-2 weeks, we will expect price for go up. But that shock, you just wake up one morning, you go to the market and you begin for buy things. Maybe they buy 500 leones, you begin by 1,000. Is that even fair to the consumers? So for me, these are some of the things we should be thinking about. What is happening is not in our control as a country, because this is not global something. But we should also not forget that some of the things happening, we can actually cushion it if we prepare ahead, because that is surely in our control to prepare ahead. So for me, Mr. Minister, not a secret, say people really they suffer. And when you go down to the marketplaces, whether we get onion, but people will say, okay, fuel price don't go up. And indeed, because people go for also pay transport for go up line, we get the toll gates. That one they save now, another one. So everything, fuel now a political commodity, like everything connected. When you see fuel go up, every other thing they go up. So we should also be educating people. It's not just about waking up one morning and telling them, say, okay, fuel price don't go up. We have to explain to them ahead. So until waiting the happen now, where people is shock and all of that, it can, we're able to cut them down. But as a media person and as a woman, where they're gonna market every day, this is something the government really needs to work on. And the government need to understand, say, this not to something we don't happen for the very first time, and we expect them for be very proactive and not being reactive. Not always something happen when I take action, but you should take action ahead so that waiting they happen. So at least I'm not going to say no will get negative effect on us, but it go cut them down small.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, they want the bias. At the fourth estate, they declare for themselves. Fragmented with the catch we. But we economists and sit down and plan, and we able to show we resilience. And again, it's how we say, wait, this thing don't happen, yes? Price of just begin go up. Now, yeah. As the speculation hits, now price go up by the price. But we take time for low reach here. Now, when the Fed it proper, now we react because it don't pass the level now. But when the speculation, as America begin prepare, now the thing happen. Government, most times, they take their measures. For instance, we be the week number one, they say all commercial transport, they don't grant. They know the worker. Now government bring worker fine. So if you not pull your government, they pull in. But this sometimes is why government and the private sector can come together for do business. Again, after the fourth estate, they get the fifth estate where they go civil society. Most times, I think it's a government not for do business. And when government not do business, it left the citizens at the mercy of the capitalists. People just they do business for maximize profit. The reason why government can undertake the strains for do business now for able to deliver services to the people at a reasonable cost. But if you pull away another space, then now profit maximization. But what happen? This government don't they engage the people. Yes, if we make profits, but not at the expense of our people in the situation. We ensure that we balance her. So that is what we are doing. And collectively, now make we do this, we bring everybody for now understand the intricacies, for now understand the effort when government they make. The TRT report I'll always reference say there was too much civic ignorance. A lot of the things will be happen around people, they not be understand. His Excellency the President deliberately a great Ministry of Information and Civic Education for let open up, let people know. And that is why we all there today. Or else we will not just left and everybody they speculate. Everybody they speculate. But for bring these people, now this panel, now for let we all understand as a country that this they happen, now this we they expect for each week, but the government they make a own plan. We all know they pray for let that situation continue. Because Iran is determined and they just continue for cause problem. Pass when I part them. If we are not part we, anybody when I'm that man, you know in party, I they extend this thing to you. So we best bet like where the Pope talk, now for let everything end, not to that win. Because we were there, we don't it's nothing I we don't check. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want let we give una the opportunity. Now when a question they go respond to now. Everybody prepare. Eh, anybody will not clap for me, they talk. Okay. But you know for talk. If one, I dey take from the woman. Then I first one, a woman, the first I take. 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 don't go. Then 2 women.
Good afternoon. So, me question I will ask with all this fear crisis and the economic where they go on. I don't know why the government no go add per government workers in salary because some man in salary alone where they spend in transportation alone where they spend for go work now almost in salary. So with this fear crisis, I suggest that the government for add per workers in salary.
Good afternoon. Mm, Niratu, and I am from ICTB Channel 29. So, Mr. Minister of Trade, we have been made to understand that Guinea has not skyrocketed with their fuel prices. And week Tuesday, Foreign Minister made us also understand that Guinea is in countries. We have why is it that our own fuel prices have skyrocketed so much that you cannot even enter public transportation without people communicating that fuel don't go up or this government here they need it right. So if you people also mention that you have a specific infrastructured fuel pricing levy that you have in place, are you still going to follow that infrastructured levy, or is the government going to reduce the subsidies in order to what shall I say, satisfy the masses?
Number 3. Who is the third person? Huh? Rather number 3. Hey.
Yes. My name na Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper and Silla I Watch online. um, the question they go to the chief economist and that of the minister of trade. Chief economist, he say government the plan now for an emergency plan. We go able for address this situation. When we go begin to see the effect of this emergency plan where government they prepare now. Mr. Minister, You say we get enough food, rice for 5 to 6 months, flour 4 to 5 months, around that. Which assurance we go give the people of Sierra Leone the price within at the market now? If I go, it will change. Now changes at the meat. Which assurance we go give it? Because we get enough now the store. Which assurance we go give it regarding that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. My name is Alaji Gillen from Civil Society Movement. First and foremost, I want to commend Una for way Una able to keep the economy stabilized. Because one of the things them over the years we will find out is that a lot of people then they grumble because the dollar business, as you see, normally go up, everything changes. But my first question, they go to the Director General. Mr. Director General, sir, over the years, the fuel price can come down and it can go back. It can go up back. But during the festive season, we not see anything like that. But when the global crisis come, we see the price don't go up back. Now, if the global crisis stable, whose assurance you go give we say this crisis then go come down back? Because now that's now one of the things that we can always look at. My second questions go to the Minister of Trade. Mr. Minister, sir, sir, we beg you, sir, call all you business people then, sir. Do you let them increase price for we? This is not the only month of Ramadan. One for see things, one for enjoy. We don't want for begin see and then they go up. Because when you see petrol business on this so, as you reach now then shop them so no more, you go see them don't fix price. If something I mean 100 leons, then go don't put 150 leons. So dear Mr. Minister, one for beg you, sir, call you business people them, talk to them, say the poor man them, they beg them, let them not increase price.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mina Alfonso, the chairman CSO Consortium on Petroleum. Well, firstly, the way how NPRA manages issue, making critical. Waiting be done they happen before now, and I'm glad the Ministry of Finance day. When we can only speculate, director they ensure say throughout the country, then do proper public education. Because before now, when they adjust fuel price, you go this year the strike, then this year the strike. But from when it been begin down there, before price they go up, they don't understand. Now this they happen, now this they happen, because based on which journalists they say, not just they shock people them. But by them, PRA no me don't get boku office all side. No me don't get a put no corner, don't get a corner. Now then budget so expand for their own self expansion. So I believe say Ministry of Finance will provide that support. Because this pricing formula people they misinterpret so. It's very, very simple. When you go on the website today, we now one way participate with Dr. Elsin Akura Kam for can review with the World Bank support each and every item we will explain them. And like where Balwato, now the people that they benefit. You get like ocean loss within the formula. People can ask what's in ocean loss. If you take fuel common in Russia, the temperature with it maybe na winter term. Say the Canada Senegal, say the Canada Mali, when na then dry season, the quantity not they be the same. If you compensate so the benefits, that's how they call the fuel. Government they sell fuel, but government they buy fuel. So that public education are all lacking. As I make the beaucoup misinformation there. So moi appeal the minister there, finance there so. Before we adjust price, the could be done they do. Look, a lot of public education. So when once the prices are adjusted, the misinformation, it not go beaucoup with the disinformation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The first set of we don't get the first set of 5 questions. When they respond, we'll come back. Yeah. I want to tell you plenty thank you because some of the questions who they ask, not just for ourselves, but for let other people understand. So we'll listen, let them profile answers to these 4 sets of 5 questions. I think the trade minister, the economist, and the director general. We start with the minister.
Okay, thank you. Let me also thank the questions they were asked so far. I mean, there is a general feeling on lack of education or public information or whatever. I don't think say that the thing. The thing is, we don't tend for politicize even public education. If we choose for believe or to one believe and choose for road to wiry, it get tendency for produce some of them here because I can show now say on a weekly basis you go to what they call NPR hour, where then they bring information to the public and all about what's in the happen. And there is also a difference between the role of government and the role of businessman there. Government not to we the import. Government not to we the sell. Government will just create the environment for the one who they import, make them able sell, they make them profit, but may they not overcharge the public, let the public sector get access to the commodities there. The first thing for so they do now for create the environment, let the commodities then they. We don't try for two. On price regulation, I can bet for the last 2 years now, one of the longest stretch, this country don't get what prices are really stable. For over a long period, prices then comparatively very, very stable. When last to line for petrol and fuel? Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Then last year, we dropped petrol price to 2 or 3 times. Last year, we dropped her. But we don't forget that then away the tension can or where pressure then at the negative side, with the fetch for good, we dropped petrol price on 2 occasions last year. And you go so the color what did they get? Again, more been drop the price. Nobody don't ask if government prepare for the shock because price don't go down. The case why they bill is it's also they happen the same way. Not to say government not prepare. We are fully prepared. I talked now I say before Ramadan, I had a meeting with all the importers there for make sure so we get everything. That's and this thing not begin to no. If you look at the price, from January, 9 price begin up. February price go up. We hold on. We dey watch the market. We dey engage. You know the grab number you can't increase price, no? We engage. We engage the OMCs, we engage as government, we look at the bigger picture. Before we even agree, we say we can start. If we don't begin long until we'll not just grab overnight we do. And even where we dey anticipate the short, when they anticipate say price they go up, we'll not agree and hold the fear. Fear be still later than they said until we go agree say na so una for sell. Now that irresponsible government they do. Now that we don't do. We know they make and they told the price then at the international market. Within the shortest possible time, we can also try for reflect on the local market. Whether it go down or it go up, now that would try for. But this, because we know say it there for the long haul, we take 10. We not rush because we get for the meet and one point the commitment they will make, the key players there, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance, the OMCs and whether they bring fuel, whether what they say. We they meet on a weekly basis for now. Every week we they meet, now we agree for disagree, for make sure say it's sure we'll take now the interest of Sierra Leoneans there. We they try very hard. Some country there, as you say, they don't even get the fuel safe. We don't try it there, but we go to OMCs them for make sure say they're not on at a loss, but they're not overcharged. We go fet down there, we they agree pandande. On I make a general respond on price control. Again, we develop what they call the pricing formula. The pricing formula would identify components were involved for price any commodity. You identify them from the tail importer, how much you pay for importer, what in the total for transporter, all landed we include them. We do one day for most essential commodities. We make sure say then stable. The private sector, the more they go import, what they buy, now ain't get for determine based on the money we get, how much quantity it go buy at any point in time before governments can. Ideally, then stronger economy, they win a fragile economy, you can go to they call reserve stocks. Then we get enough money, you go buy, then you reserve and all. You keep on for the do thing like this, they happen. You understand? But we in a fragile economy, we not get that kind of money there for able keep. I also want to emphasize in the region Guinea. The young lady will ask say Guinea will fear don't dare pass Guinea, no. Guinea even they ask we for me to import petrol to Gui as I talk to you. So I get up to 2 or 3 applications from Guinea and Mali for me to import the petroleum product there through Sierra Leone. If it's been too expensive than them, they're not before can do them. You can go check online, you go see those facts. On
Thank you, Mr. Minister.
on easing the burden, just 1 second. Easing the burden. Government they continue for watch the situation. They go get some side we they look at various alternatives then because if you reach certain level, it's difficult for low able absorber. So government they look at various alternatives there, for see how we go address where it can come. For now, as I say, we monitor, we watch the market, and we make sure say they meet all the players then consistently. I mean, we are a resilient people. We don't show over the years. And we continue for appeal as a government to all Sierra Leoneans then say this, not to normal times, not to we bring war under. If this one not be, they will not consider today they talk now. Not to bring under. Now because it didn't consider the talk. If we say they far, but they affect you now. So they appeal for patience, they appeal for understanding, say this not to normal times, and that this, we don't know who stayed it on. Again, for affect a number of things then. But we'll take the primary responsibility as the government for make sure say we protect the welfare of Sierra Leoneans there. May they not overcharge we, let not pay above the price we're supposed to pay.
Okay, thank you
Make
very
that
much,
commitment.
Mr. Minister. We take from the chief economist.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morito. I combined few questions. The one we say why we not get stocks, and the other one we say why we not add salary. And Alfonso in question say for support NPRA. So I will start from the question. Will they support NPRA for desensitization all the time? Ask the DG there so, and I promise you we will do the same back anytime we make request. So that don't know. Government for stock goods. Yes, that I agree with that observation. They're very correct. Follow we keep reserves. As I said, the Minister of Finance very, very proactive. Before this thing happened, he already been on move, engage partners. He already don't secure millions of US dollars. I know they call the exact amounts now. But that money they will be thinking so could do fail and the rest other essential commodities. But now that the fail issue not become paramount, I should say we deploy all those resources on the fail and actually try for bringing more. Government don't be done doing before. When problems, the Bank of Salon establish a some credit line where they give people money, the importers import basic goods and come. We're going to do the same thing for them. We're going to bring sufficient quantity of fuel in the country. Ahead of that, government don't put the worker fine bosses, right? I hope say the price they remain the same, despite we fail price go up. Una way they use them, right? I hope say the price are the same. You don't go up. Okay, all right. That's another issue we'll try for address. Either adding more bosses or we subsidize the worker fine bosses. But I hope so that they talk not true. We'll find out. So then a part of the plan, we say if we not get plan, then a part of the plan how one for respond to this crisis. But I just want to know, say, government get beaucoup expenditure items the way they spend on. As we speak, I don't know how many of you know say the electricity way they get is subsidized. Between January to February, we don't pay $35 million to EDSA subsidy. And we get for pay another 20 and another 20 before they are done. Just for give an amount for Leone. The agricultural sector is subsidized. Government is subsidized the farmers and provide inputs. Of course, we know say the education sector is subsidized, right? The school quality education is all about subsidy, school fee subsidy, examination fees, you name it, everything. So they all cost a lot of money. Governments right now, they feed school picking them, over 800,000 of them under the school feeding program. It costs a lot of money. One school picking at 30 US cents for feeder per day. For 1 meal. So just multiply by that number. So when government do all that kind of things from the same resource. So if we go back, even the fuel, not for say for subsidize them, but subsidy, you forget 2 elements. It's not bad at all, but the issue is it get to be affordable. Because anytime we then give something free, now from other side they take out. The resources where government get, you only finite. Not for say it just they unlimited. So if government subsidize fuel today, they go stop for field school picking them, they go stop for pay school fee subsidy, they go stop for buy drugs, they go drop a lot of things there. Let we examine the trade-off, whether we want to do that or we stay with where we are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bangra. So, Director General, Yes.
Thanks so much, Honorable Minister. I'm happy when you bring Mrs. Takana today. At least they will get one voice with the ginger with. But I commend you, Madam Jalo. When we talk about preparedness, now we can talk about exogenous factors. Things like the kind heightened volatility will be get. Even though they start the war, they only be expect say we saw this inside this mess. They never expect that. Right now, even the allies and they don't disown themselves. This man say, I will give you a no kaya. They go say no calamity territory. So everything they in disarray globally. That's the fact. So not a small economy like this, we'll go to prepare for that kind of instability. So the one that what they will to control, then the minister don't outline so don't achieve so far. If this thing not be happen, Alaji Gil the Tobot, if the price go down, if we go put them down, we are on record. Go check over 8 times. Price don't come on 10 leons, you don't go 9 leons, we don't go about 9 leons, we don't go 85, we don't go about 85, we don't go 7 leons, we don't go about 22 leons, we don't go 20 leons, we don't go 28.5, we don't go 28. Go check our profile, did they? So this is very transparent government. So all our government them, when price go down, they use our money for do some other development, but when they give back, the president will tell you say, give back the benefit to the consumers. And I assure you say, when this thing stabilize back, price go down, this minister has a show, hey boss, will they put the price down? I want to commend Mr. Alfonso Mali, Chairman Petroleum Consortium, for advocating on behalf of the authority to both the Minister of Trade and Minister of Finance. And this will not be audit issue. It will not be audit issue 2022-2023. If World Bank don't raise concern, say the sector they do very well, but we need to communicate properly. So thank you, sir, for the approval on the Ministry of.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think two things where I will add voice back is the comparison between we and Guinea. If we feel they are past Guinea, now we for the small booker. But the main idea, now they put fuel small one into Guinea. With all the challenges for let somebody smuggle, it is still smuggle fear from here, means we are better off. Secondly, public engagement, public communications, the is your problem. I always say the people trust CSOs. When something they happen, the CSO they explain to them. This is the only country. Every politician is a suspect. Even if you say 2 times 2 now 4, people don't trust you because just because you're a politician. But if CSO tell and say 2 times 2 now 8, they say yes, are true. Them and they ain't lying. Now they talk for we. So that's why I believe in engaging the civil society in public communication because people trust them. I don't say they're correct too, but when we bring them, we make them part of the third voice. I'll always tell if it's the media, if you bring me to talk, bring the opposition talk, let a neutral person really say whether they talk the truth. True empirical figures. But not for just car with me, opposition can lie. Back I can't talk. The people don't know whether they talk true. We don't pride ourselves on providing credible public interest information. And left to somebody for choose what you want to believe in. 3 questions and wrap up today. 1, 2, 3. So lady. I don't pick her. Well, okay. Oh, why my girl the guy go Siriana? You know Kenya. When I know you Michael. Now start here. We start 1. I know the talk. No, I mean the German, not the German.
Yes, sir.
So,
Ibrahim Sesay, Voice of Salon Radio. Minister of Trade. Probably you raised on them a concern about the things that they produce in the country. Before the field they come up so far, we go to the markets. The onions, the abas within the producer, it been 450 leons, it go to 700 leons instantly. Then, yes, before the month of Ramadan, we go to the market. Then I will take a look at also the Maggi where they sell 60 leons, it go 100 leons. So looking at it all, taking a look at which we the produce now, in more dear than 3. How far on I don't go for stabilize the price? A question. Still to the trade minister. We don't see traders and the more na the trade. And we don't hear about sewer ground. And still the sewer ground, we not see anything yet about traders. How, when and how we go expect sewer ground for open?
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name na Fatmata Mohamed Bangura from New Age newspaper. My question to Director General of NPRA. I go want to know if we una not can keep fuel as reserve. We go able for sustain we at least 3 to 6 months. Because let me ask this question. The last time where Ukraine and Russia get were within the same period, the week. In fact, we everything increased because of the fuel crisis. And now presently we find out say the Middle East self gets the same thing. And it don't affect we really won't even reach a wicket. So now that make us ask if we not can get fuel as reserve.
You know.
Good afternoon, everybody. Alima Tukabu from Vantage Newspaper and Maintain Online TV. My question is over to you, Mr. Minister Balua. You made mention that
Minister
expanding.
Balua,
Sorry,
Director General.
Director General. Sorry, not the fast.
We can understand.
You mentioned expanding storage to 42 days. How confident are you that this reserve can handle sudden international crises or supply chain disruption? Another one is how can the country promises stable fuel prices when 60% of the cost depends on import, according to your statement? Thank you.
Who bring it here? Maybe. No, Mike. I'm not the last person. When I make you call me nothing. Okay, this one. No, give Mike.
A big lad talk now.
I will give
All
Mike.
right, okay. Me actually, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister, the Trade Minister, we economist, and Mr. Director General. Quick one, me not a question. Really big on stats here. I go like the Trade Minister re-echo back. They talk about we reserve in what diesel, and I not get the one way talk about petrol. I think diesel is say we'll get 43 days reserve. And I don't know if you can re-echo that back. Then Balua also talk about we are using 1.5, I don't know if I got that right, billion of liters a day. Maybe if you go over then stats then they back, it will help we better for communicate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Eh? So bring the mic. Eh? No, I'm body question. I know like. Bring the mic. Bring the mic. Yeah. Eh? Minister of Trade.
Yeah, Mike, let's just go straight to you. For the pumpable stock petrol, we're going to take away for 54 days. Diesel, 43 days. Jet A1, done a fuel with them plane and they use 49 days. Then fuel oil, done for the industry, then it will take away for 30 days. On the price of fuel, on the price of onions, that is not correct. Not to, as the war begin, they increase price from 450 to 700. Now come at the can. Prior to first month, I get as a general practice, everything the country will get big events. First month, Lent, Christmas, really, anytime they get big event there. Apart from the fact, say on a routine basis, every 2 weeks, we dey take stock in the country. We always want to wait in there. Every 2 weeks a day. But also they engage businesses and for no waiting there, if anything they get for trigger price, how they manage it. If something they trigger price, waiting at the specific component and how they trigger price because we don't identify all things. If fuel price no go up, foreign exchange not change, the importation cost not change, what make you want change price? We know they do that. We engage Pandande, the prices then fixed, the prices then stable, especially for onions. But I go follow up back. On several grounds, ideally, we are the beneficiary, but not to win the contractor, not to be constructor. You go find out say na NASIT, and they don't do and president, they don't go open. And a good question, and they under pressure from the constituency, the traders there. Even last week, I get a group we come on inside on a house street. We come to me, they find out what thing they happen about that. I will engage my colleague, minister of labor for love try for because street trading is a major thing and in the Hamburg the economy. But we need for fair market for outside the trades and they say because they see street trading and they see people and they go even the right of way. When are the government for pass pipe? Now the government for pass cable. People and they build it, they do business, they done the illegal, they're not correct, Road now for pass, market now for sale. But the question well noted, I will engage my colleague minister on that. We go push for a little opener as soon as we can.
Okay. This means sister away the first. The name again. Huh? I got to take it full name. Yeah, one day, something, one day, not now. You say 42 days where the minister talk about for product sufficiency. How that they go? How go use that for stabilize? If we get shock, if we forget externalities. I want to tell you say sometimes if finally you know say come out, they go you will be grateful to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll be 7 days, we'll be 10 days. Now we'll be 42 days. My sister, before they go, I go show one document. Nigeria would have big brother then whether they refine product, then they Dangote the oil Dangote they produce. Only 40%, now they consume Nigeria. They use data, the statistics we then get 32.9 days for petrol, 30.8 days for diesel. If we don't go to 42 days, we don't try. But the ideal situation for a regulator point of view, now 90 days. Now we want. And I hope say we'll get there one day. To my brother Mike, for last still clarify. Last year we consumed about 550 million liters at Sierra Leone. So on average, now 1.5 million liters per day. Then the third question on strategic reserve. The Minister of Trade, we go in the cabinet for level get strategic stock. We don't get the space. We don't get 10,000. Then I have to say that a very huge jump we don't achieve for us. 10,000 metric tons. We look for investors that they can bring product and store. We go there for purely for reserve on behalf of government and for mitigate external shocks. Thank you.
Was there any question for you, Mr. Bangura? Thank you very much for our presence today. We all don't understand say the crisis when it happen at the Gulf region get huge economic impact and it cause global shock. It increase fuel price, it will cause inflation, boku other thing when a problem for any economy, even government budget. That crisis here now, they put pressure on our government budget. We all don't see the demands. Somebody say when I increase salary, revenue versus expenditure. Now the headache. Now they give the Ministry of Finance now. Inside this money they come out for let increase the revenue, the salary. But in an ideal situation, for let the impact of which they happen, the people they not feel them, let they able retain now then kind of measures. But inside the money they come out. You have for raise revenue, then you plan for spend them. Some of these things where they happen, not to say government don't get preparedness. They don't explain lengthily. Usa will be there when we talk about national reserve and the effort where they don't make and waiting day now. Where they say in 43 days, even if that problem continue 43 days, fear is still there. Beyond that, we not go get. So plans are there. DG said the ideal situation now 90 days reserve for day. But in reality, now that level we dey now. Government they make effort, yes. If you get any problem, you want any information, meet the authorities. When crisis like this happen, an unfortunate opportunity, let us not look at 'em from any political lens. Let us be nationalistic and patriotic. That is enshrined in our 1991 constitution. That is for be patriotic, nationalistic, and loyal to this country. For let us protect the sovereignty. Not misinform people them if it's in a political gain they make. We responsibility now for bring stakeholders and let them provide the right information for una. Until we meet again, Mina Bokari Abdel Aziz, the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. I tell una plenty thank you for the audience I give you for listening to this one. Thank you very much.